we're here. I don't think anyone is here to wait for us because we, for some reason, have no viewers. Oh, wait, we got one viewer. Okay, yeah, we are live. And we shall go live on Reddit in just a little bit.
Hello everyone.
Welcome to the stream.
Weeb101, yes,
My God.
Weeb101 में आपका स्वागत है.
You sound like my internet service provider, honestly, right now,
Yeah.
because they say the exact
आपका
same
स्वागत
line.
है, Yeah.
It's no. How about no? How about you don't do that?
Audi, कैसे हो आप आज? आज आप कैसे हो?
मैं ठीक हूँ.
Can we like not alienate
Hindi
the
is
couple
not
of viewers we
exactly-
आज
have?
मैं ठीक हूँ.
आज मैं Hindi isn't exactly my strong suit. Is ironic, all things considered.
What is the all things that I consider?
I can't even speak my own mother tongue, so I need to.
Yeah,
know
you're
at least
illiterate
two
in like
languages.
multiple languages, Audi. Congratulations.
Yes.
Here, go check our Reddit link.
Or you can talk in like Mumbai. Audi
Vada pav Hindi, vada pav Hindi.
क्या
That's what I
चल
call
रहा
it.
है? सीन बता
ये
सीन.
चल रहे रे.
Yeah.
ये चलते रहते हैं.
Check if we're live on Reddit, for Christ's sake. Audi, also move to the left of your frame. This is like a regular thing I have. Left of your
No.
left. Move to the
Your
left. Your
left,
left. Your left.
Or move your camera to the right.
Holy shit. It's like I have to be a professional cinematographer just to get your fucking video right. You move to the right again, move to the left. Move yourself. Yes, that works. Thanks.
Just said move the camera.
He said move the camera so that it's easier for you to move. My
I
God.
literally can't see anything because the mic is in the way. Okay, this is fine.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you. And welcome Reddit if anyone's watching there. We are very glad to have you here. And we're going to be talking about a few fun things. Anime stuff again. The Weebs are back again. So welcome to Weeb101,
Welcome to Weeb101.
where we have a lot of controversial
About
opinions and we get
anime.
downvoted to hell.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Where we tell you we don't like the anime that you like and then you shit on us for that.
Basically.
Board engineer greets us. Hello, people. Hello, board engineer.
Hello. We're glad you
from
could
last
join.
Hmm.
Okay, so we can jump right into the topics of today. First, we have Big If True, which I already checked out the photo and it's like really, it's like beautiful. I love it. I want this in my home right now.
The Pokemon Center is
Hello,
selling,
Nandemo
like
Theme.
almost
you
life-size
send the link?
Lucario plushie.
That is a life-size Lucario plushie. Have you
Yeah.
seen Lucario? Like he's supposed to be that height, and it's
Yeah.
beautiful.
So that's what I was gonna ask you. Would you buy?
Yes,
Do you
of
know the
course.
price?
This picture looks terrible, but yes, how much? I don't care how much the price is. I want a Lucario staring at me when I'm sitting inside a room.
$400.
Easy. Done,
That
right
is-
there.
Ah.
Card.
That is surprisingly
so-
cheap.
Nandemo Theme says I haven't watched Pokemon and he calls me a furry. Hey, I'm not a furry, you're a furry. But
Hey,
Pokemon,
if you
that
do
image
things
of
to the
Lucario
plushie, you would
creeping
just
like that.
keep it.
That image
Would
of
you-
Lucario
would you-
creeping away is just
Would
weird
you
as hell.
hug it while sleeping?
yes, I would definitely hug a Lucario and the next Pokemon. These two are special exceptions. If I'm a furry for liking Lucario and Gengar, then yes, I am a furry, I guess.
My God. But yeah.
Hey, I hug my dog while sleeping, and Pokemon are supposed to be pets, so it's all
One
fine.
more thing. Bro, you can pose the Lucario.
I can pose it.
However you
Yes,
want.
that's
It has a
true.
frame?
That is true.
Yes. Yeah, it has a frame. You can actually pose it however you
interesting.
want.
Yes. I don't know why this woman is making it carry towels. Poor thing.
Hey, I mean, if you can make it, you can put it to use. Why the fuck not?
No,
Doesn't
Adi, you don't
stand there.
take a beautiful Pokemon like Lucario and just freaking make it hold a towel for you. Okay, that's not how it works. That's not.
Speaking of Pokemon, it said has become missing. No.
Yeah, I had to refresh him. But yeah, you can't just like use such a good Pokemon as a towel holder. That's just sad. Lucario is beautiful. Lucario can telepathically speak
So
to
they're
you.
just gonna buy him and just gonna keep him in like a glass case. Just
Yeah,
to,
I'll
just to
kick away my
stare at.
dog and keep
Like
the Lucario instead
day,
and hug
just
the
like wake up
Lucario.
like, today I shall pose my Lucario in a different pose.
Yes.
No, I kick away my dog and I keep Lucario over there and I hug it and sleep.
I see. It replaces your dog.
Yeah. Is there any reason that it shouldn't?
That makes sense.
I have too many dogs anyway.
Or would you
This
buy
one
it?
dog gone is just no one would notice. No.
Oh my god, what a freaking hater.
it just seems too large. Fuck that. I just buy like a small plushie and keep it aside, you know.
Oh
Easier
yeah,
to clean
not
at
keep
the
it
end
in
of
front of the
day.
camera. Oh, cleaning. That's the problem, huh?
Yes.
So I said you would get a small
Speak for
plushie
yourself,
and you
don't
wouldn't
like
keep it in
cleaning
front of the
anything either
camera.
way. You wouldn't care if it was dirty.
Yeah, I accept things as they are unconditionally. Unconditional love. Also, Nandemo says I have an exam tomorrow. I'm going to get break from exams only for Friday. Exam will continue till next Friday. Wow. School life. I don't miss it.
Yes, me neither.
And also, this Gengar chair looks bomb. Okay, I would buy the Gengar chair. Yes.
Which is another product that you can buy, which is for $225. Cheap, half the price almost.
Wow. It's basically free.
Yeah.
$250.
yes.
That's
If
it.
you
It's
scroll, you
nothing.
can look at the details even on the back.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. It has spikes and shit. Huh.
Look at the freaking that Gengar face. My God.
Would you want to sit on that Gengar face?
Random Otaku says that Gengar chair looks kind of dumb. And also you said Gengar, but
Gengar,
you know
not
what?
Gengar.
You shut your mouth, Random Otaku. The Gengar is an amazing Pokemon. It's beautiful, and you shall not insult it like you are now.
And Brew would like to sit on his face.
I would love to sit on its face. You're right.
He dreams about it.
Also, Denjoga, are you not talking about Cowboy Bebop? We will be talking about Cowboy Bebop. By the way, Audi, thanks for
Patience, my
checking.
child.
Thanks for checking Reddit chat, Audi. Thanks.
Yes.
He says,
Patience.
yeah, sorry. So we are going to be talking about Cowboy Bebop. We're just covering a couple of small topics before that.
We'll get there. Patience.
Yes, I think I'm pretty sure Control 9K is like lurking in our YouTube chat, and he just clipped me saying I would love to sit on his face.
Yeah, basically.
Random Otaku says pedo for
Do not
zoophilia. Okay, how is it pedo in any way? Zoophilia maybe just a little bit for Gengar, but how is it pedo in any way?
90s kids know their Pokemon Nostalgia Fest. Yep.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
one of our
there was this one time I invited my friend over to watch the new Pokemon movie on Cartoon Network, except on the US Cartoon Network and not the Indian Cartoon Network. So both of us sat there. I saw an ad online, okay, and that time I never considered the fact that the internet is like a global thing. I was like, it says Cartoon Network, my Cartoon Network. And then we both are sitting and watching Cartoon Network at 9:30, and some random shit comes on. I'm like, where the fuck is my Pokemon movie?
that must have been disappointing. Well,
if only you knew about VPNs back then.
Oh my god. No, the thing is, it was supposed to be airing on TV, and my friend looked at the ad. I showed it to him later, and he was like, "Idiot! It says in US." I was like, US has a different Cartoon Network. Yes.
This thing, Audi, would you buy this?
no.
Hey, Audi, why you even ask
I'm not
Audi?
buying
He's a
any of these
freaking
things. I'd
hater.
buy a plushie and that's about it. I wouldn't buy a chair themed around Gengar of all things.
Oh yeah, that's too much. See, you know what? Next time we're not going to gift you a figurine. Oh no, why would you want a figurine based on an anime character?
It's hidden away in his cupboard. Anyway,
Yeah, but he knows it's there.
I know it's there. Hey, I like figurines. They're easy to maintain. It's like nice to look at. I don't want
So
a
do you
life-size
have a couch at
Lucario
home or
plushie
not?
standing around freaking me out every time I enter the room. Like, oh,
Do you have a couch or not? Please answer the question.
Huh?
Do you have a couch or not in your house?
I have a couch in my room if you're asking.
Yeah, see, so what difference does it make if it's like looks like a Gengar?
It's a larger couch at the end of the day.
This doesn't seem that large. What, you're worried you have to brush its teeth or something? How hard is it to maintain a couch, God damn it?
Audi, also, the Gengar, this thing, you can remove it and clean it and put it back on.
Oh, see?
That is actually...
The Japanese think of shit like that, you know.
That's nice.
Hey, Sid's Fables is here and he says salute. Hello.
Hello, Sid's Fables. Would you buy this Gengar couch? And show him the Lucario, this thing. He loves
Everyone,
Lucario.
okay, Lucario is beautiful. Okay, I have no doubt in my mind that Lucario is one of everyone's favorite Pokemon, except Audis.
Lucario plushie. Yeah.
Take, obviously, rather than a figurine or plushie. I think it's a bit tough to find a real life.
Listen, don't give Audi ideas. If he gets a real katana, Sid and I are going to be stabbed in multiple places. And he probably won't know how to sharpen it, so it'll be like blunt and he'll be poking us with a blunt knife, so it'll be worse. Lucario looks like a Sonic knockoff. What? No, Lucario doesn't look like Sonic at all. What's wrong with you? Have you never seen Lucario or Sonic?
Oh, that's beautiful. Straight insult too.
I will not have my favorite Pokemon blasphemed in this way. One Piece. Let's talk about One Piece. Random Otaku, you like One
Okay.
Piece. Also, Adi, I'm assuming you started looking at Reddit chat after I said thanks for looking at Reddit chat.
Mhm.
Did you?
I am.
Okay,
It
cool.
was
Thank you.
showing connection issues earlier. That's why I couldn't see the message.
Aha.
But yeah,
Okay. Yeah, One Piece.
you
One
boys
Piece
caught
is
up to
good.
One Piece?
Yes, I know what's going to happen next week. Anyone want to know what's going to happen next week?
No.
Okay.
Audi?
Not really. Actually, I wanted to talk about one of the things I did see in the latest chapters, and I believe I even called this out. We had like a discussion about what would happen before or during or just after the Wano or just before the Wano arc is going to end, where I said that the Marines were going to come in and clean up the mess that Kaido and Big Mom were going to.
I literally told you the theory that somebody leaked. That somebody said was what was going to happen. I literally told you this, and then later you came out and said, "Hey, the Marines are going to come in and clean up," and you're like, "My idea, all mine. Bro didn't tell me anything." Hater.
My idea as well. What?
I literally
told
told
you
you
this.
before the Wano arc started properly. I told you what was going to happen by a
You
popular
thought that the
leaker.
Marines weren't going to come there.
I
No,
can't help you guys. Yeah, I don't remember
Yeah,
shit.
of course
what
you don't
said.
remember shit. I told you about it. Then okay, the theory basically goes that the Marines enter to take care of whatever is remaining in Wano, whoever is remaining, because well, all the pirates are fighting each other.
You said
And-
that Akainu wouldn't be interested in this whole thing. I
Right,
remember this.
right. I said Akainu wouldn't be interested, and he's going to send Kizaru. But then Kizaru also wasn't interested, and then because they had to stay for the reverie, and then they were literally okay. The CP0 thing I didn't know because Random Otaku said that.
CP0 thing was always there, right?
Yeah,
No,
they
CP0
sent,
thing I didn't know
Rob
before the.
Lucci, right?
I didn't know before the Wano arc. Now, when I first saw this theory, what they said was there was going to be a Marine general who goes out and they see that Luffy is like beaten to death, basically, uses the last of his life, literal last breath to take down Kaido. And Law begs to be taken prisoner with Luffy and that, tell the Marines to take them and not the crew. And then Law was going to use his fruit to bring Luffy back to life in exchange for his own life. And I even told you that I went through the entire thread with you. I was talking to you for like what felt like years about it. And then you come in here and you're like, oh, the Marines are going to come in. I called it. What a
It was
freaking
my
hater.
idea. I told Oda.
My idea. All credit
yeah.
goes to me.
Uh-huh.
For me, again, since I like to read, I would love to like read mangas continuously because then I remember and like I stay with the hype.
Yep.
After a disconnect, it's difficult, like getting into it again because again, I have to like remember what happened, like get into.
So you
that
just
mood
want to
again.
remember like the highs of a whole
Yeah,
arc.
that's
and
why I
it.
prefer reading it like at a stretch. Like any manga I read at a stretch, I really enjoy.
Yeah, that's
So
why
I skip and I say, okay, it's like, I don't feel the hype enough.
that's why you should be like me. I haven't read One Piece in a long, long time.
Yeah, he just reads spoilers and gets the half-ass fun
No,
out
but
of
even
it.
once he reads it, like he'll
That
ride
is
the
true.
hype train, right?
Yeah.
Because like also Kingdom, when I was reading Kingdom, I was riding the hype train. Then I stopped and I started again, like, and I couldn't like connect back, because I was like lost after that.
I see.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
Kingdom
okay.
Happens.
does get complicated, yeah, later on.
So
Too many
the
characters.
same thing happened for me here. Like it was still interesting, but I was off the hype train already, so it was difficult getting back on.
Yep.
But interesting things happened. The first thing like was Momo versus Kaido. Since last time I read that went on.
Yeah. I
He
shall
came
go to
What do you
that
guys think
photo.
about that?
He came
What do you
back
guys think about
grown
that?
up, huh?
Yeah.
He sped up his growth by 20 years and now he's come back a full-blown pink dragon. Apparently the second dragon to exist in all of Wano or the whole world apparently.
Hey, no, didn't the guy who had Brook's shadow, I forgot his name, sorry. He was from Wano and he said he cut a dragon, right?
The Shusui guy, the fucking swordsman.
Yeah. Did he cut a dragon?
Did he? I don't remember.
As far as I can remember, he cut a dragon. But dragons are supposed to be
Two
like.
that we can see.
Oh, maybe the sword.
Sid has a smart idea here. Sid real smart.
But yes.
Dragons are squaring up. Was the dragon supposed to be Kaido itself? That he ended up
I don't
cutting?
know. That's the thing. I don't know. Like, I don't think it was ever revealed when
Because
this.
they clearly
Okay.
show that. Fuck, I forgot his name.
Maybe for all you know, there was someone with the dragon fruit like before, and then
Hmm.
when they died, Kaido was like, "Put fruits around this guy. I need him to get into one of those." Then immediately ate it like, "Hey, I'm a dragon now, bitches."
And yeah, Random Otaku is saying, yeah, exactly. Momo just bit him. He's now trying to keep up the island from falling into the capital of Wano. Yeah.
Yeah.
Using his powers to use like fire clouds to keep the island up.
Yeah. So he, Yamato, and Luffy are fighting together,
Mhm.
right? And
Yep.
Yamato is like, Kitsune form is real freaking cool, guy, right?
Yamato
like
in
that.
general
Yamato
is
to
really
be,
freaking cool.
Really cool, yeah.
I didn't expect. Oh wait, Yamato was a zone or what? She is this thing. She just
No.
has an animal fruit in her. Legendary animal fruit, no, or an ancient animal fruit. What?
I do not know.
Yes, neither
What
do
I
I.
don't
What
know
fruit
the
does
fruit, yeah.
Marco have? Because
Marco
they're
has
only
one.
supposed to be like
Marco is a
rare-
mythical Zoan.
mythical zone, right. And she also has a mythical zone.
Yeah, I don't know what the fruit is exactly like, but I guess
When I saw it,
we get an
I
idea of
expect I
some
thought
of
she
her
was like a
powers.
secret zone or some shit, and she had like
Mhm.
Zoro's so long form. But then I figured,
No, she's not Zoan.
makes sense considering
And-
Kaido was
yeah.
dealing in animal-based fruits.
Yeah, I mean that's
And,
literally Kaido's shtick, right? Like he needs to
that's
have
Kaido's thing.
Zoans. Basically.
You see all his like crew and stuff, right? They're all
Yeah, they're
animals,
Brontosaurus
dinosaurs, and everything.
basically.
By the way, did you see that?
The
special
king-
The
move
fucking
that was
queen,
what
yeah, I
the fuck
remember.
was that shit, dude? I was like, what the fuck is he doing?
Fucking ejected
That
himself
was
from his
next
body.
level. I cannot like what kind of fucking move is that? What do you think of? He just fucking
That's the move you
shoots.
don't expect. That's like
It's
a
out.
trump card nobody is going to expect. Fucking
And becomes
eject
like this
yourself from your
weird
own body and
serpent.
just coil around them.
Yeah, what the fuck is this? What do you think? What do you guys think about this?
My God,
Wacky as shit, right?
Yep.
brachio shot or something like that.
Yeah, but look at it.
What the fuck do you just shoot
Everyone took like a
yourself?
second out of their life just to be like, yo, what
Yeah,
the
I was
fuck
looking, I was
just
like, wait,
happened?
what the fuck am I reading? Yeah.
Everyone just stopped the fight like,
Like-
hey, hello, you're a dinosaur a second ago.
Of all the moves Oda comes up with, this must be one of the wackiest ones I've ever seen, like creativity wise. Like, come on,
my
who can
God.
imagine like a dinosaur, just shooting his head and his tail out of his body?
Is his body just there? His body turns into a
Yeah,
cannon,
it's just
right?
chilling. Yeah, it's just chilling
okay,
there.
okay.
Well,
That's weird as shit. And he says I wouldn't be able to do it if I wasn't a scientist or something, right?
They do mention
Mhm.
their connection with Vegapunk a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm
Well-
assuming
And-
Queen is like a scientist that worked under
Mhm.
Vegapunk or worked next to
aren't you
Vegapunk or
happy,
some
or
shit.
do you been wanting Vegapunk for a long time? I mean,
I
we all
wanted
have
it,
been
yeah.
wanting Vegapunk for a long time.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to see who this mysterious character is because he seems to have a hand in quite literally everything that has happened so far.
The mad
One way or the
scientist.
And right now, I think this Mama versus Eustace is going on, right? Like for a few chapters.
Kid
Yeah,
and Trafalgar
and-
versus.
And there's also Apu and X-Drake.
Apu and X-Drake. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Apu and X Drake. Yes, you're right.
Like,
That was.
Apu is so screwed.
I
Like
think all
he
of
has
the,
literally betrayed too many people and made friends with all the wrong people. He's going to get screwed by the end of this.
Basil,
Yeah, he is.
Basil Hawkins also died, right?
He didn't die.
He didn't
Did he
die,
die?
but he was certainly eliminated. I think X-Drake just straight up finished him off.
I don't think he finished him off. Probably some debate which Oda is waiting for. In the end, he's going to kill Kaido or something. I don't
Oh
know.
my God.
Get the last hit on Kaido, steal it from Luffy.
My God.
Also, Random
Imagine-
Otaku says, imagine if dinosaurs in the past had those kind of wacky abilities. For all you know,
Yeah.
they did, and we just don't know about them. Like,
If
you
they
never
did have those
know.
fucking abilities, that's a step down from evolution, I must say.
What if the Stegosaurus could just like jump up on its hind legs and shoot out its spikes or something? That'd be cool.
God.
Like a fuck. Oh, yeah, that would be
Oda,
fucking
hire me!
scary,
God
dude.
damn it! I'm
Your
giving you
fucking
beautiful
Tazo shooter,
ideas.
it just shoots its tail and goes.
I'm telling you.
But yeah, right now it's just like in the middle of chapters for me, so I really don't have a lot except like reading and following the
Are you just gonna
story.
start from the beginning? Like
I'm
the
gonna
one
wait
arc?
for longer for the next this thing. At least wait, I think, till the arc gets over. I think.
There
Yeah.
is not going to be a definitive end to the arc. You do realize it, right? It's going to, because this arc is going to go on for much longer, and it probably just blend into another war arc of sorts. Because there are already a war is going on. Marines are coming in. There's going to be other concerned parties joining the fight. So shit's going to go down. This arc will sort of blend into another arc. so on and so forth. There's going to be
And
no
I
proper
will
ending.
wait for that blending moment.
Yes, and Bruce reads spoilers, so he let me know, and then I'll
That is
just
Yeah.
true.
But this one, I think we're talking from 1026 to 1032. If I'm
Yeah.
not wrong. These are the chapters.
I stopped after like 2013 or something.
Oh wow! So you
God
have
damn, I've not even
longer.
read since then, huh?
Yeah, I've
That's
literally
good.
just
It's been
kept
like
up with the
months. Holy
news.
shit.
Yeah. I haven't read
In
One
the
Piece in
last,
a long time.
in the last this thing, the Phoenix was that that was
That was
Marco,
Marco.
right?
Yep.
Marco joins
Yeah.
the fight. Yeah.
Hmm.
Marco basically comes in and swoops into.
Because he came in full Phoenix for me, wasn't like Marco with wings. So I was like surprised. I
He
was like,
comes
damn.
in to fight Big
Legit
Mom.
looks like Moltres, no joke. Like that looks
Hey,
exactly
we've
like
seen his
fucking
Phoenix
Moltres.
form before, haven't we?
minus the
Yeah.
specs.
Also,
But
Nandemo
I saw
Theme
it
says I
after a
haven't
long
read
time.
1031, 1032. Hey, I know what happens in 1033.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Okay,
Brew talks to
that's
Brew bought the
that's a
official,
joke. Ha ha ha!
unofficial
Yeah,
version.
I didn't do anything illegal. Ha ha! It was a joke. I don't know what happens in 1033. I'm just really good at predicting stuff. Anyway, the Cowboy
Yeah,
Bebop. Let's
seriously.
finally start.
Yes.
But yes, let's start.
Abrupt switch, but whatever.
Hey, it was very smooth.
Yes.
But yeah, we checked, at least you guys checked out the live action Cowboy Bebop that people were so excited for and dying to watch. And I started watching it, and in around 20 minutes or so, I fell asleep and then didn't continue.
So
What about it did you not like? Wait, Audi, let's see. The Sid is
Yes,
since Sid has like watched 2% of the whole thing. Let's just see. Let him get
I
his
was
thoughts out
watching
of
it,
the way.
I was like, okay, it's like whatever, like it wasn't pulling me in, it just seemed like mediocre, and then I just fell asleep in 20 minutes. That's all.
What did you watch
was
before you
boring
fell
as-
asleep? What do you remember?
Nothing. I don't even know what I remember. I guess, yeah. Oh yeah, they went to the fuck did they fight this thing, dude? There's a fight scene in the beginning, right? What the fuck is the fight scene in the first episode? Or where is
There
it?
is a fight scene, yes. Which
Yes,
fight
I
scene?
saw
Multiple
that.
fight scenes.
No, in the beginning, the first fight scene. In the casino fight scene.
That is
That's
not.
it?
That's not 20
that's the-
minutes. That's like
It's
3
like 5
minutes.
minutes. Yeah, you
Yeah.
just started
Yeah,
and
no.
stopped.
When I woke up, I saw that the Netflix this was at that time.
Oh
I
my
don't know.
God.
I must have fallen asleep before that.
That was literally the start of the series.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
like
but
the
that
one
fight
fight.
scene, I wasn't. That was a shitty fight scene, and I was out after that.
You fell asleep within like a
My
minute.
god.
Yes, basically. No, after that they go to they go to collect the bounty. I remember that shit.
Uh-huh.
And then I think I fell asleep. Yes.
Yes, they collect the bounty. You know how the bounty hunters always collect the fucking bounty?
No, they go to the thing.
Yes, they
and
go to the
guy's like,
thing.
we're gonna cut shit
Vague
because
descriptions here and there.
something, and then I was snoring.
You barely start. You barely touch the fucking
Yeah,
surface.
well, it wasn't that
At
interesting. It made me
least you
fall
could have watched
asleep.
one episode.
No,
Why not?
because you saw it.
But the whole idea is that we all see at least a bit
If
of
we
it.
like it and if we want to do it.
Ah, yes. Bounty hunters hunt bounties, says Random Otaku. Yes.
Yes.
Quite
Water makes you wet.
flabbergasting this thing, isn't it?
Exactly.
That's also a line from the show.
Audi, you forgot Reddit chat again, Audi.
Oh, sorry,
Roman
I didn't see-
Chobasu says, Ayo, Indians here, dang. AF the drain. I don't watch anime. It all looks the same. I'm not. I understand
true.
why you would say
That's
that,
true.
but it's worth
Fucking
giving a
weebs.
shot.
Fucking weebs. It's all the same shit.
Ignore this freaking otaku
Chinese
here, but
cartoons, I say.
there are a few good ones. Cowboys one live action is less trash than the Death Note one. Okay, yeah, we'll talk about that. But Sid literally watched 3 minutes of it apparently.
Yes.
I haven't seen the Death Note live action, but I have seen a snippet
Oh,
of
thank
it where
God you haven't.
Light basically screamed at the sight of Ryuk, which was very opposite of what Light's reaction was in the original, in the anime itself. So I felt, just by looking at that, I knew that the whole thing was completely going off the rails and painting a different light on Light Yagami.
Different light. You said it. I just
know, I
pointed
said
it out.
Fuck, I
I'm
didn't
never
notice
gonna
it.
watch that live action, the Death Note one. You'll have to like Clockwork Orange me if you want me to
My
watch
God.
it. It's
Yeah,
never
but apparently
happening.
you'll have to clock or orange for this shit. So
Yes. But anyways, I ain't watching that shit. You guys let me know if you like it or not.
Wait, bro, how many episodes have you seen so far? You said you watched halfway through, right?
One sec. I just had to check something really quick. So it's freaking this guy on Ryuk, right? What's his name?
Romancho Basu. I found you guys on Reddit stream. It's kind of laggy over there. I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah. So the Reddit stream has its own unique set of issues. You did say the Cowboys one live action, yeah. So yeah, the Reddit stream just kind of lags every now and then. We don't exactly know what the issue is.
But welcome to the not so laggy stream.
Pretty much.
If you have any friends, you can bring them along. Just kidding, but we're glad you're here. Where are you from, by the way, if I may ask, if you don't mind telling us? And Random Otaku said, let's go. I crushed a mosquito that has been annoying me for like 20 minutes and made it suffer.
Good
So
shit.
good job. Good job, Random Otaku. Good job. Anyway, yeah,
Use
it's
Odomos
William Defoe as Ryuk, if I remember correctly. So,
Sorry?
William Defoe. He's
William
Ryuk.
Dafoe, dude, you know when you asked who is Ryuk, right? And then Audi said Ramocho Basu. Like,
Yeah, I was like, what the hell is Audi saying? I'm so confused. Oh, you're from West Bengal. Hey. Yeah, we have a bong over here. Oh my god, he started. He freaking started.
But anyways, yeah, it was William Dafoe. You're right. Yeah,
Yeah, that
Yes, Basu, so yes, makes sense.
But yeah, anyway. So Sid didn't like it at all, apparently. Audi, what did you think?
Dafoe was a part of this live action. Goddamn.
Yeah.
What?
It still sucked. Like if William Dafoe is
That
in
is
your movie
surprising.
and it still sucks, that's like you fucked something up.
yeah. That is true. The thing is, like, even the Uramichi Onisan, like, I tried watching it in 2 minutes. I was fucking out. Like, it was too annoying for me. I couldn't stand it.
Life lessons with Uramichi
Yeah.
Onisan.
Yeah,
So
we
what-
were
like,
supposed
what
to
are the
do
life
that, but
lessons supposed
Sid
to be?
randomly messages us, and so we are on a group, and
It's
Sid
so
randomly
fucking
messages saying,
annoying.
"I was supposed to watch this. I know I suggested it, but I watched 2 minutes and I'm out."
Yeah.
Man.
And Audi and I decided to watch Cowboy Bebop instead of this because we thought
yeah,
Sid
please,
watched more than 2 minutes of Cowboy Bebop, and now he reveals that he watched 2 minutes of Cowboy Bebop as well.
Yeah. But you guys can let me know.
I mean,
I'm not gonna watch it anyways. But yeah, I don't think you guys liked it that much. But
Audi,
yeah,
what do
let
you
me know.
think?
how many episodes have you watched so far, bro?
I'm not sure. I'll have to check
Okay,
real
but does
quick.
it
But
matter? It's all the
no,
the
it
story is the
matters.
same,
Audi,
right?
I know most of what happens as usual. I know spoilers.
Is it the same story as the original one? As far
No.
as at least the vicious timeline goes? No.
It's
So-
very different.
It is very different. It is like a whole subsection, like its own story, basically. But that was kind of the plan for the live action. But I've watched up to like 4 episodes so far. I've reached the part where
I'm on
we
episode-
find the eco-terrorists.
I'm on 6. Oh, what?
I see.
What's up?
Eco terrorist is 4. Yeah.
4, yeah. So I finished just like I think an hour back or something, and surprisingly, I will say this much: fighting, I'm not a very big fan of. Fighting can require a lot more coordination.
Yeah, the choreography was great. Yeah.
Choreography was very lax, and it seemed like something like I was watching fucking Spy Kids choreography or some shit, where it's like fucking really tailored, slow punches. Yes, the punches are fucking emphasized by like a minute or so, but otherwise I didn't really mind it that much. I don't think it's a fault of the actors.
Hey, 1 second. Hey, what's going on in chat? What? Control Line cannot supposed to reveal
Favorite
such
place
things.
for streaming anime.
We use Crunchyroll
Like
Premium.
Padoi.
Yeah,
what
we
else?
totally use it every time. Come to our Discord. We will tell you more. Come to our Discord. Yeah, we can chat
More
over there.
about Crunchyroll Premium.
Yeah,
Yes,
like how
yes.
much we enjoy Crunchyroll Premium.
Yes. Thank you. Sponsor
My
us.
Hey, Random Otaku, you don't even know the problems yet. You can't just say sounds boring without knowing what it is. Like, you could be like Sid
Yeah.
and Roman Chubaso says Crunchyroll all the way. Yes, my boy.
Yes,
No, I
yes.
don't
We're
know what
glad
the
you're
issues
here.
are, but it wasn't good enough to keep me watching. Like I abandoned a lot of shit I don't like in the first few minutes.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That sounds very
It
much
does
like you.
seem, It does seem very. Yeah, I will say this much. Starting off, I think all of us started the show with a very negative mindset about it, and oh
I
fuck
was
yeah,
willing
yeah.
to give it a chance. I'm not even kidding.
Have you ever seen a
talks
better
about it.
straight pace
He's such a
live from
fucker.
Sid?
I
No,
know,
I was
right?
willing to give it a
Fucking
chance. I said it on the previous episode also.
Hey, what is
yes,
Random Otaku
yes,
saying?
yes.
Don't worry, I also use illegal sites. No illegal sites
We
were
don't
used in the
use
making of this
Who uses
podcast.
illegal sites? Chi.
What's an illegal site?
What's an illegal?
Anyways, yeah, I
Yes.
went to it. Actually was like I was kind of excited for it, because I like Cowboy Bebop a lot. But yeah, I couldn't. Anyways.
So like I watched it because I wanted to see how they worked on the this thing, like the set design of the world building around it. They seemed to
Mhm.
it seemed like a very nice place. Kind of reminded me of Tekon Kinkret for some reason, because there were like everywhere
What?
you looked, everywhere you looked, it was like languages all over the place. Tekon
Which
Kinkret
is
had a
Cowboy
similar this.
Bebop.
I don't remember the word
Cowboy
in
Bebop
Cowboy
has
Bebop,
multiple
surprisingly.
languages.
Does it?
Yeah.
Like Arabic, Korean, Hindi, all
Yes,
mixed together?
everything. Even when you're passing through the gates, you see different languages everywhere.
Even in
It's
the
more
original one.
Cowboy Bebop. Yes,
Ah,
the
I don't
anime.
remember.
Do you not remember this? Yeah, basically it's like all the world and cultures, everything. Even when
Mm-hmm.
he's going through the gate, they welcome in different languages and stuff. You
Yeah,
hear
basically.
that when you're watching the show. Dragon King
Yeah, I
is
didn't
more like
remember that. So
Japanese. It doesn't have the mixture of languages.
I didn't remember that bit.
Hmm.
But it didn't seem too bad. They acted it out pretty okay.
Hmm.
I feel like for what it's worth, as its own story, it seemed to be pretty decent. It's not as bad as people imagine it to be. Of course, it's not going to be the
Hmm.
true, it's not going to stick to the true image of what Cowboy Bebop was. But as its own,
Is it's not dead yet.
is sorry, yeah. But then as its own story,
Hmm.
it it runs pretty fine for me. I actually don't mind watching, continue to watch it
Hmm.
anyways.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
have a few issues with it, especially with Vicious, because they make him out to be like this very like raging crybaby basically. But because I think in the anime anyways, he's a more reserved and calm person in comparison to the person we see over
Wishes is
here.
okay, reserved maybe, but not calm. Wishes is not calm at all.
Yeah,
He
he's
gets
not calm.
angry, but he's not like flinging around his anger all over the place, like
He,
fucking
he
yelling at
quite
people.
literally
He
does
killed that
that.
whole freaking like mafia that he was a part of, right? He
Syndicate, yeah,
killed
he
all
kills
of
the
them.
He
Yeah, he
kills
killed
elders.
them,
whole
yeah, but then he's
Oh
still
yeah,
very
he just
reserved
kills
in
the
that
most
sense.
powerful people in the Cowboy Bebop universe for
I remember
funsies.
I remember him being very reserved for some reason.
Reserved,
I
yes,
didn't
but
remember
not calm.
him attacking Julia of all people.
Okay, see, okay, we will get to that. But
Huh.
very one
attacks
sec before
Julia.
that, Romancho Basu says, I remember there was a Jotaro live action. Sid, what do you know about this?
I
Because
do not know about this, and I don't want to know.
I'm just wondering how
How the
I'm just
fuck do you get a
wondering how
Jotaro live action?
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure will look if they got it like live action with
Need
the
like a
same
6'9"
lines and shit.
figure person with like plastic surgery all around him,
No,
like
do
Man,
you
he
think they
looks
muscles
like
normal.
do you think they
bulging.
rotoscope the whole thing and put like harsh edges on all their
No, it
characters?
just looks like a Japanese dude.
Oh,
The
well, that's
posters and
disappointing.
yeah, it's just normal dudes. Hmm.
Bro, even
With like,
Romancho watched JoJo. Okay, guys, yes, I will watch JoJo someday. Okay, I will do it.
this is
Don't keep
fucking
pestering
hilarious.
me. I will do it one day. But very surprising that you should say that, Audi. What a smooth transition. Because I have some. I'm just going to quickly scroll through. Oh, no. I can't show that yet. Yeah. I have some opinions that are very close to yours. I'm actually not too disappointed with it. The Death
Yeah,
Note.
right.
The Death Note live action made me want to tear my eyeballs out, and the Cowboy Bebop
Okay.
one makes me feel good. I was like, wow.
So you like it? Nice.
See, here's the thing. There are a few things. There are a few issues, but I think the main key here is that it's an adaptation. It's not a recreation. So they went with their own style. They went with their own ideas for the whole thing, which I understand. I might not agree with all of them,
Wait,
but I
the
do
style
understand
is
it.
similar to like how much ever I saw. The style
No,
was
no,
similar. 'Cause
they've
even
changed a lot of different things.
the world seemed the same. Even the way
Yeah, but I'm saying
like
the style
section
of the
1, section
characters,
2.
how they behave, what kind of personalities they have.
Oh, the characters are different. They're not the same characters.
They are
we
not
know.
the same now.
They are not the same. The guy who plays Jet
But you
was
like
like,
that they're different.
no, that's what
You like
I
that
don't
they're
agree with all the decisions they made, but they made a few of them I do agree with. Like the guy who played Jet, I don't remember his names. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. Sid will look it up and tell me. But he
Yes.
did a really good job. I felt like he was a little whiny, and I'll tell you why. But I was felt like he was a little whiny, but otherwise he did a really good job. Apparently, he was a huge fan of Cowboy Bebop before he got the
Mustafa
role as well.
Shakir.
Sorry,
Mustafa Shakir.
Mustafa Shakir. Yeah, he was a big fan of Cowboy Bebop before this live action thing even started, and he
Yeah,
really
he
wanted to
looked
do
really
justice to
cool.
the character. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
he was really cool as Jet. Yeah, I'll say that.
and Spike is what?
John
Cho?
John Cho.
John Cho. Yeah. Bro, tell me any one of your friends who hasn't watched JoJo, says Random Otaku. Random Otaku, I will have you known that my friends don't watch anime except for these two idiots over here, okay? So none of them have watched JoJo. How about that, huh? I don't know why that's such a gotcha, but it is. But yeah, so Jet was the problem with Jet for me is Sid in the live action. Jet has a ex-wife and a kid. So
What?
yeah,
Yeah.
so they have like
Oh, so
issues
they
with.
changed his backstory.
They changed all their backstories.
oh,
So
wait, even Spikes?
yes,
Well, Spike's
okay.
not so much, right?
I mean not all of them to the same extent
Yeah.
as Jet, but all of them have had
I think
alterations to
even
their
Faye has a very
backstories.
similar storyline, but she has like a different way of going about it.
Yeah. So Faye, okay, wait, we'll get to Faye because I have a few thoughts there. But Jet has a kid, which I again do not agree with the decision they made over there, but I understand it because they wanted to go through a different set of emotions with him. But it felt like they were using the child as an excuse for different things. So Jet literally goes after bounties because he wants to buy his child some doll which is famous in the universe. And I was like,
Oh.
I don't think that
Yeah, the
is.
doll, yeah.
I don't think you run after bad guys irrespective of the danger it poses to you just to get your
Yeah.
kid a doll. Like I can understand you really want your kid to have the doll, but you basically almost died thrice in the first episode, so to speak. And Spike was John Cho. He had I think he did well. A lot of people liked him. A lot of people hated him. But a lot of people hated him because he wasn't the, cool, distant guy that he was in the anime. This John Cho was tried adding more humor. He was smiling more. He was more expressive than Spike usually is. Because Spike is either like disappointed or he's walking around with a smile like Buddha. You don't know what the fuck the smile exactly means.
Yeah.
So a lot of people said they didn't like that, but I thought he did well.
Looks-wise, he
I thought
killed
it
it.
seemed, yeah.
I think looks-wise, he killed it.
Looks-wise, I think all of them did really well.
Yeah, all
to be
of them
very
killed
honest,
it.
everybody
And,
except Vicious. Vicious's face was just like too square for me. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, I
John
know what
Cho
you're talking
also-
about. It's like a
I
more
don't know, I
chiseled
don't know.
jawline for some
I don't
reason.
know how Vicious looks, but
I
John
will-
Cho also like was training martial arts and stuff for the show. I heard.
Okay, yeah, I've scrolled down to show a picture of Vicious in the stream. You should be able to see it
He
now.
looks much.
Does
He looks much older.
no? His face is like squarish / rectangularish for me. I don't know why.
He has a thicker chin, I guess, and Vicious has a really thin chin. I would
Yeah,
say.
so he looks like every time this guy is on screen, I'm just like, why is his jaw so square? It's like he has sharp edges on his jaw. But yeah,
Well, if you
I don't know,
compare it to
just a
the
really
anime
weird thing.
itself, he does seem a bit similar, except his chin.
Yeah,
is a
but
lot
in the
wider.
live action, he looks like freaking
Yeah,
the
his chin is a
JoJo
lot
character
wider
in
the
Cowboy
live
Bebop.
action. Like, just look at an image of this thing of the anime, and you'll see the difference.
How does Ain look?
I mean, it's a
Ain
fucking
is
corgi
beautiful.
dog at the end of the day. It's
Yeah,
literally the
Ain is
same.
beautiful.
Nice.
But Ain's backstory is changed as well.
Hmm.
Also, Randavataka says the whole crew in the anime was really memorable and wholesome. And Romanchovasu says, my take on the live action thingy is that pretty much any shonen anime can't really be made that way. Just like Critical said, those facial expressions straight up looks cringy and weird. And Randamataka was, why is Vicious like Voldemort? Okay, yeah, you know what? Now I see it. Except he needs to be a little
Oh my
paler.
God, Ralph Fiennes is acting out as Vicious. Interesting.
The fight scene gave me this that it was slightly exaggerated, like it was trying to imitate anime in a way. Like we did see that even in the trailers, right?
It was trying to stick to the same spirit that most fights had in the anime, but obviously you can't do that because it's a live action. It needs it has its own pace. The pace will be different in an anime as well. So yeah, I think that I can say why that was a major reason as to why people didn't like the first few minutes of the anime. Seeing how one of our own decided to watch only 2 minutes of it and kind of stop over there.
I fell asleep.
You fell fucking asleep. Well,
But yeah, so the thing is, like, yeah, John Cho had some good moments. A lot of people did like what he did. Now, Faye is where I'm going to get a little salty. Okay, not because of the character itself, but because of the actress. What's her name? Daniela Pineda, something like that.
Yes, Daniela Pineda.
Yeah. So when people were not too happy with the choices that were made for the series, when fans were talking about their dissatisfaction with the way all characters were going. Now, I'm sure it must have been hard for Daniela Pineda as a person who was supposed to act out this character and got a lot of hate for it. I'm pretty sure it was hard to go through comments online and all. But she made a very big show of how it was going to be amazing and how these haters don't know anything and how they can keep hating and she doesn't care. And she will show them with her performance and all that. I felt like Faye's character was butchered with writing, but she also didn't deliver too much on it because Faye is basically, I would say, like borderline comic relief. Because and she swears like she's a 10-year-old kid or okay, I don't know if 10-year-old kids swear like that. She swears like she's a 15-year-old kid, okay? Like anything happens, she's like, hey, dickholes, what are you doing? I'm like, why does your conversation just start with dickholes?
Oh, I see. Okay, I see.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, what a dick. Oh, you're like this, you're like that, fuck you, do this.
Insulty in the anime. She's more.
Seems like the show they do a lot of like unnecessary like natak, if you could use that, you know.
Yeah, it's like freaking drama and Faye is legit
over dramatic in most cases.
No,
right?
this Faye just seems like a kid who learned how bad words sound, and they were like, ha ha ha, fuck. It was just freaking
It's
terrible.
like the Donnie Darko, like you're a fuck ass.
Yeah. Why don't you suck a fuck? I'm like, that's what it sounded like. But except at Donnie Darko, you know they're kids, so it's like fine. Here she's supposed to be like this grown ass woman who is supposed to be her own person with a lot of
It's really freaking cool in the anime.
Yeah, and they changed. Randa Batako says Faye didn't swear at all in the anime. Faye wasn't like a 14-year-old. Yeah, Faye really was like a 15-year-old in this live action because she just kept like it didn't even matter what the point she was making was. They just had to be a bad word in there for some reason.
Wait, only was this swearing part because Faye is supposed to be a very like mature character, even like in her dialogue. With
No,
Spike
she's
and
just
stuff.
generally
You see that,
aggressive
right?
and she tries to just make things go her own way.
Her favorite word is dickholes because I heard that way too many times for my own
same.
comfort.
In the 4 episodes I've seen Faye enter like 2 episodes and I've not missed a moment where she always insults this thing, Spike or Jet anytime she gets.
Yeah, like it is just a must. Every other sentence has some word in it, if not every sentence. And it just seems like they butchered her because so I understand they didn't want to go for that femme fatale, I think it's called, kind of thing, because it's like a lot of people consider it sexist, I guess. But I never thought of Faye as that sort of character. I always saw Faye as someone who owned her feminine side, who owned her ability to trick people and con them into doing different things.
She wasn't exactly
Faye
an
was a
open
very
book, was she?
powerful character.
Yeah,
not at all.
Like
So-
even here, she doesn't really be very open about her being part of a whole cryostasis thing. But then here she's a lot more friendlier to, or a lot more like, I don't even know how to put it. Like she
He's very cheerfully
cheery,
insulting
engages in a lot
to
more
these two.
conversation with Jet
Yeah.
and Spike. But like in the anime, she's very much reserved. Like, oh, okay, you're just gonna keep it trapped here. Well, fuck it. I just manage on my own, I guess.
Yeah. So I didn't think her performance was particularly good, and even if it was good, it was ruined by her yelling out random shit like constantly. I could understand if it was like once in a while, okay? Like she's like, oh fuck, okay, I can understand that. But then it's like, oh fuck you, dickhole. What about this dickhole? What about that asshole? I'm like, yo, chill, calm the fuck down.
Like a kid who just learned to swear.
Yeah, that's what.
The
He
fuck
just
of it.
keeps swearing.
I see.
See, the thing is, as much as she does swear a lot, and like every time she speaks, I kind of ended up tuning it out because I actually like the dynamic that Spike and Jet have going on over here. They have a similar thing to what goes on in the anime as well, and they also like.
No, that I disagree with. They don't have a similar thing that goes on in the anime at all. In the anime, Faye takes
not at all.
ages to get close to
Not
Jet
Faye,
and Spike.
I'm just talking about Jet and Spike alone.
Oh, okay, that way. Yeah. Jet and Spike were
Faye
fine.
takes a long time to get together, like get to know each other, and I think only towards the end does she have like a proper relationship with them, which also kind of
Yeah, it builds over time. Here it was just like, hey, I'm with you guys now. Yay,
I
what's
need
up?
money. Let's do jobs together, boys. I have
Oh,
contract.
I see.
Chalo.
Yeah, basically.
I don't have a ship. Well,
It's like a kids show, like, hey, we are a team now. Let's go on this
No. So the
adventure.
thing is, she's the first time they meet is when they both have that fight and Faye takes out this dagger and tries to kill Spike, and Spike is defending
Yeah.
himself, and then he locks her up in the Bebop's bathroom.
Which does happen.
It does happen in the anime. Yeah.
So
but not in the beginning.
Not in the beginning.
it's literally the first episode that this happens. And then she's like being sarcastic, like, oh, why don't you put me up to a dirtier toilet? Ha 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 ha. And some shit happens. Then the Jet lets her out. She goes away somewhere. Then she comes back because she couldn't torture somebody who sold off her identity when she was frozen. All that shit happens. Romancho Basu says, hey guys, I had a good time. Goodbye. Oh, goodbye. You are welcome to come back anytime you want.
I'm drunk, fight me. Finally got your stream sorted. Love your face. And he gave us gold again.
Hey,
Nice,
thank you, man. You're like a genie who just comes in, grants us a wish, and goes
I
away.
know,
But
right?
so the thing is, like, sometimes the stream is sorted, sometimes it's like potato. So I'm not really sure what I did right or wrong this time, but something worked. And thank you as usual for coming in and spreading some positivity.
But do you guys think it had the same vibe? Because that's important.
Similar.
Cowboy.
Yeah,
Not the same.
I think it had the same vibe. No, I think it had the same vibe. I didn't
Exact
have
same.
You could
No.
feel the folk blues.
Okay, the folk blues. That is the anime has got. Okay, see, I'm gonna be honest. The anime is much better. If you're going to
it has
be
like this cool melancholic like atmosphere,
Yeah, so-
right? Like the whole
That
thing. Yeah.
melancholic atmosphere is not exactly there.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
they're kind of it's like Jet and Spike want to make ends meet, like they aren't going by like the depressed characters that they were in the anime. Here they're actually like striving to make ends meet, like fuck, we need to do this job or else we're going to die hungry or some shit. But then they're like, fuck, we need to do a job. Well,
Yeah.
shit, we're going to do
It's like
this job
very
and
like
we're going to fucking die. Well,
jazzy, like
fuck it,
yeah.
yeah, but okay. See, so that's the biggest problem I had with the live action, which is that the actual tragedy of Cowboy Bebop is nowhere to be found. Okay, so let me quickly tell you. Say, let me catch you up to a couple of things, and then we'll. I know what you're thinking. I'm going to do it. Don't worry. But yeah, so Julia is there from the start in the live action. She is married to
Okay.
Vicious, and Vicious
What
is
the fuck?
apparently
Okay.
abusive towards her.
Okay.
And she's the one who encourages Vicious to take matters into his own hands and end the elders. The real folk blues is one of the best anime endings of
It
all
is.
time. It is the best anime
For
ending of all
sure.
time.
Yeah.
Maybe Get Backers is like equal, but I don't know. I'm not sure about that yet.
It's good, but yeah, it's up there.
Yeah, but basically Julia is a very big character in this. They did not want to make Julia the whole love interest that two people are fighting over type of thing. So they and Audie, do you mind spoilers for the ending?
Yeah, I don't mind.
So, guys, spoilers. If you don't want to listen, here's your warning. Spoiler alert. But yeah, Julia turns out to be the secret brains behind the whole thing, and Vicious was actually just a little pawn in her plans, and she shoots Spike in the end, and he falls through a window and dies. Not sure if he actually dies because there might be a season 2 apparently. So Julia is the
Julia
big
was
bad.
the one. Oh,
Yeah.
no, they changed up like everything.
They changed a lot of things. Yeah,
It's
Altered
not even
timeline.
like the same show
Yeah.
anymore.
yeah, definitely.
Well, see, they do meet Ain and they don't really meet Ed towards
The random otaku
towards
is just
the
like
end,
going
so-
crazy because
He's like, what?
like what? Really? What? Yeah, and
Tons of things change throughout.
Yeah.
Wait,
It's like an altered time, like it's like an alternate universe for Cowboy Bebop, basically.
no, yeah, it's just like
With
things went
slightly
differently.
changed.
Yeah, it's like a time traveler went back and a butterfly flapped its wings, and now
The wrong direction. Yeah.
no Vicious
So
kills
Julia
Spike.
is the-
Yeah, so Julia in the live action shoots Spike apparently. I haven't watched it myself. I was reading up about it to get a better opinion, and that's what people were saying at least. So nobody liked the fact that Julia's character was done this way. Nobody. I couldn't find one person who
Yeah,
was
I don't-
appreciative of the fact that Julia's character was done this way. Random Otaku is just going absolutely insane. Yes,
Yeah.
why? It was a bad
I can
idea. I
see why.
agree.
Julia wasn't exactly I wouldn't say main focus, but she was like the final goal for both.
Yeah, but
Vicious
see,
and
the
Spike.
thing is, the biggest problem is Julia was supposed to be like this person who managed to escape the syndicate as well. And they didn't want to show her to be this weak person, I guess. And so they made her like the big brains behind everything, which is not great.
The story was being this thing produced along with the main creator, right? The creator's name.
Watanabe was there, yeah. But I don't think he was.
producing. I don't know if it's like I
don't know how
Directly, or
involved
was
he
like
was.
consulting
Yeah.
it. I think he was a consultant.
Maybe,
I don't
but
know.
he definitely didn't have too much of a say in this.
Okay.
Because
and what about
it's
the
clear.
music?
Music's good, dude. Music was
Yoko
the
Kanno was
yeah.
working
Music
on
was
it.
Yoko Kanno and the Seed Bill, so music was fine. There was
So
literally
it
no
was
problem
legit.
that way. So
Okay, that's nice.
yeah, and another couple of things is Spike is called Fearless by everybody. That was his name, and then he
Okay.
changed it to Spike Spiegel after he left the syndicate, apparently, which again makes no sense because Julia and Vicious know him as Spike in the
Yeah, that's
anime.
true.
But he's called Fearless, and the number of times, like I saw this so many times, and I was thinking the exact same thing. The number of times they say Fearless makes you want to shoot yourself. At one point, Vicious is like Fearless on the call.
Yeah, in the car. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, and then he's
Dude, it
sitting.
sounds
He's
like
sitting in a car, and Spike takes a sniper gun and shoots Vicious, trying to hurt him. Like he's like scaring him off by shooting his bulletproof glass. I'm like, why the fuck does Spike have a freaking op over here? Like 360 no scoped his ass over there, but
No,
he
you
didn't
got-
scope him.
Describing it legit sounds like a Hindi soap opera.
Oh my
the
God.
way you're talking about it. I'm
Kind
not
of
even
does
joking.
pan out like
in
that.
Yeah,
my
it's
head.
very
Yeah.
dramatic. It's very, very dramatic.
And even the fourth episode, they have like criminals that do sound like Hindi soap opera criminals. You know, they have this weapon that's supposed to turn people into trees.
Oh, did you see the country?
I saw the country.
Ah, you
yes.
saw the country.
There's a
I thought the same.
Okay,
thing.
so
I
this
was
this
like,
one dude gets turned into a tree, and Faye puts her hand into a like opening between the like a, what do I call it? Like a hole in the tongue, and her hand
yeah.
comes out slimy as fuck, and she's like,
Oh, I
ugh.
see.
It's called
I
the
see.
country.
I see. What about this thing?
Oh, one sec.
Ed, right? I
Yuka
saw a
Kanto
picture of
makes
Ed.
really good music. I sent one of my favorite songs on Discord. Oh, nice. We shall check it out. Thank you. Yeah.
Sure. Yes.
What did you ask?
What about Ed? Because I saw a picture of him
Yes.
online. Like,
Wait,
Yeah.
we'll get to that in
Ed has
1
been-
second. I have
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
one additional problem before we get to that.
Okay.
Sure.
There-
Also, I wanna know about the penguin guy also. But yeah, continue on.
I didn't watch the penguin guy. Did you get to the penguin guy?
I didn't get to him, but I know what people think of him usually. Overall, it's a very positive reaction to him.
But
Yes,
yeah, continue.
So there is an image. I did put up an image of the elders, but there wasn't any like proper image of the elders itself, like the elders showing their face in the Netflix adaptation. But here they are shown to wear masks.
Okay.
Instead, they're not.
I think they
they're
wore
shown to
masks
wear
in the anime
masks
as well,
of the
right?
Same. No, they were proper faces. They were like
And they were much
short
older.
They were
people
older,
of
but didn't
Chinese
they?
origins.
I thought they were okay.
No, they were like short Chinese people just sitting there, and they were supposed to have like Chinese origins, but this was supposed to be like just three people sitting in this mask with that looked like withered faces that was similar to the same old people in the anime itself. It seemed a bit off, and also one of them was a woman. But I think even in the anime, also one of them was a woman as well. So they
Yeah, but
changed up
I'm
a
okay
couple
with
of
something
things.
like that because they're like, hey, we have like random actors. Do we really have
But
to
then,
show
like,
all their
mask-
faces, pay them lesser money?
Maybe
I
that was
guess,
just
yeah.
a stylistic choice.
Yeah.
for
Maybe, I don't know.
thing.
But
But
it
Random
seemed a bit
Otaku
odd that
asks,
they
who
went
is
decided
she?
to go with the
That's-
mask route.
That's
It's
Julia
Julia.
Random Otaku, yeah.
Because even in the anime, you do see like when Vicious does get to the syndicate, you see that even they are, they can also feel fear. Even they are like at the tip of Vicious's blade. They're like, "Fuck, we're gonna die right now." But then here it's just a mask. You don't really see any emotion behind the face.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm okay with that sort of stuff because that's like something that doesn't really affect the story. But a lot of things here are very, very different. Like Ain is like from a random dude, like the Hakim dude. Hakim, he keeps, he has a lot of dogs with him. He kidnaps people. He kidnaps the elite Earthers' dogs and tries to kill all of them, but he can't kill them because he loves them too much. They're just dogs, he says.
Sid, bro, do you know?
And then-
do you know how dogs work in this universe? I don't know if
How
dogs
dogs
works the
work?
same way in the anime as well. But basically, dogs are like a very precious commodity, supposed to be more
Okay.
valuable than diamonds.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, they have like their own monthly taxes that a person has to pay.
To own a dog.
Huh?
Wait,
To
this
own a
was
dog, yeah.
not. This was not there. In
Yeah,
the...
it wasn't.
It wasn't
Yeah.
there. Right? Huh.
So Jet basically steals the dog, okay?
Hmm.
Takes it to his
Oh.
daughter, and his ex-wife is like, I can afford to keep a dog. I can't make those monthly payments. And then she gives it back to Jet, and Jet is like, okay. Also, I'm going to tell you guys, I'm going to spoil this. They abandon Ayn apparently somewhere along the series.
What the fuck?
Why? Well,
But again,
writers were
I
drunk
haven't
over.
watched this, so I don't know if
Yeah.
it's like I
Okay.
did see a few comments about it, like people were pissed, understandably.
they Ayn goes off on his or her own, right?
No, with Ed. Ayn goes with Ed.
Oh, with Ed, yeah. But then
Yeah, I ain't goes
they
But
go,
Ed is
they
apparently
go
shown in the
together, right?
last
They go
episode.
on their own decisions.
Apple something, right? His dad. Apple
I don't remember.
Dairy. Apple Dairy and Macintosh, like the friend,
Yeah.
right? Both of them. Yeah.
But I don't. I think Ed only comes in the last episode for a little bit of time. Didn't Ed go with him? Randamatako here, Ed doesn't come in except for the ending, which is what we're talking about now.
So apparently Ed comes in the ending when Spike is like face first on the ground, just like after a fight. I've not seen
probably
it, but
after
I've only
being
seen the
shot
last
by
scene.
Julia.
Probably. I think this would be after the scene where he falls out through the window, and Ed comes up and basically tries to act out to be the same Ed from the anime itself, which gives that extreme Spy Kids energy which I was talking about earlier.
Yeah, so it seems too exaggerated,
Too
right?
fucking exaggerated.
Because
she
actual,
basically
like,
tries to
human-
be this quirky individual that is like being very crazy, doing like random motions and shit like that. So it just makes her out to be a bit cringy when you look at it, and
But
it
the
just seems a
correct
bit
pronoun
odd.
for Ed is actually it.
It, yes, gender is not confirmed yet.
No, gender.
Netflix-
Watanabe
no,
said Ed is an it.
Netflix tweeted saying it's they them for the show, right?
Yeah.
So
Oh, I didn't know that.
pronouns, yeah.
But Watanabe said Ed is an it.
Yeah.
No gender,
So be it.
which is
But yes, Ed, right? So they try it.
So the thing is,
they
right?
try to do the weird jumps, right? Like
Basically, like
in
so
the anime,
so
which
all
doesn't-
the
Random
other
Otaku says
characters
Ed is
sort of have
female
their-
though. No. So Shinichiro Watanabe said that when I planned out Ed, I planned Ed without a gender. So Ed is actually an it because Ed transcends gender is what he had said. So there's been no confirmation if Ed was like if people preferred it to be male or female, but no, there is no confirmation from Watanabe that Ed is either. It's just an it according to him.
Yes.
So like in the live action, they show that all the characters have sort of like their own personalities in comparison to the anime. So they are different in their own way. So they kind of fit into the whole real world character. But Ed doesn't seem to be that way. Ed seems to be like supposed to be a direct copy of what Ed is in the anime itself, which doesn't translate.
We
well
don't
into
know that yet. Ed was barely there in the last episode, as far as I know. So it could be very different, according
That
to
was
what
like
we
one scene, right?
find out.
Scenes, I believe.
Yeah, but I mean, we don't know enough about Ed to actually make a decision.
Not enough, clearly, but then
it's showing Ed in the end really like a cool moment to end the show for people who are coming.
That's what I'm
from
assuming.
Bebop.
It's a setup for season 2.
yeah, basically. It's supposed
The
to
way
be
they're
Ed
doing
is supposed to be a
timeline,
main
like,
part of the quest.
Yeah, the
story
timeline is very
totally
different, yeah.
Crazy. Like Ed comes after Spike gets shot by
Yeah.
Julie. Like, very strange.
And Ranabhataka says, wait, I think I saw Ed's scene. I thought it was a joke. It was in the actual live action. Yeah, it's in the actual live action. Ed
Also,
is.
Ed
right there.
comes to him. It's not the other
Yeah.
way around where the
Oh.
Spike
Well,
goes
technically,
and
see.
looks
So the thing is, Ed comes to them in the anime as well because Ed is trying to.
yeah, but
Trying
Spike
to
and
hack-
Jet
trying to get
end
their
up having to
attention.
Yeah.
search for a technician or what was the thing? They were searching for something unique, but they had to go to Earth for it, and in the process, they ended up finding Ed.
Yeah.
They had to find
Ed
a hacker.
ended
They had
up-
to find a hacker.
Ed ended up hacking the Bebop.
Oh, they didn't have the missile stuff like before that, like in the anime, right? Where Ed was controlling that missile and they had to stop it. Remember?
Oh no! So here they have the nature bomb that turns people into
terrorists.
tourists. Yeah, the nature bomb that turns people into trees. Faye crashes into one of those missiles to throw it off course, and then her entire ship ends up crashing and it dies. She doesn't,
Basically
but-
Ex Machina's out of it somehow, but we'll
Yeah.
skip past that one.
And so basically, okay, Random Otako, I know I would address this to you a little bit more because I know you're very disappointed.
I see what you mean, bro. I was just like looking for the the tweet when Netflix said right in the show is they them.
Yeah.
I found this thing. I love how complex phase in the Netflix version of Cowboy Bebop, and there are 3 screenshots of her with her dialogues. One is "You guys are dicks." The second one is "Rich, powerful, total dick." And the last one is "I'm going to shoot your dick off."
Yeah.
Basically.
And apparently there was also, when Spike and Vicious were fighting, apparently one dialogue is about how you shave your balls or something, because like this meme that was
Okay.
put up and people were like, I can't believe the live action dialogue was this cringy. I was like, what the fuck? I don't believe this. Why would they be fighting and why would they be talking about shaving balls? Like, it doesn't seem real to me.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that was just like a meme that I misunderstood and it wasn't in the actual live action as within the middle of their fight or something. But I don't know what to expect in that. The dialogue,
remember the
pretty cringy.
scene, you remember the scene where this thing Jet was talking to Woodcock?
Yeah.
The
Oh yeah.
first one.
Oh yeah. Jet is talking to Woodcock and he's like, that sounds like blackmail. And she's like, well, it is, Jet. You are black and you are a male. And I was like, oh my God, this is so
What
fucked.
are these like kid jokes, dude? Holy shit, this is not even funny.
Yeah, but I mean, but that Woodcock was supposed to be like this really weird character. So it like
Yeah.
made sense, but it was still cringy. Like,
Yeah, it is cringy. Those are like kids jokes, dude. Yeah.
Bar for humor isn't exactly set very high, but yes. But even so, like even past all those issues, I feel like it's not the best show out there, obviously, but then it's fine. I don't mind watching it.
yeah, but see, but
It
here's the
doesn't
thing. Here's
hurt
the
me
thing.
to watch it.
So I will add that the tragedy of Cowboy Bebop is not there. We made a video about it. You guys can go watch it. Nandemo, last take, the tragedy of Cowboy Bebop. Check it out. So the tragedy missing is the problem for me, which I think is the main
One of the
problem
most
that I have.
Beautiful things. Yeah.
Yeah,
One of the
because-
most beautiful things from the anime.
Yeah, it's supposed to be each person stuck in the past in some way or the other. Faye's stuck in the past almost quite literally. Spike's always thinking about the past. Jet's thinking about the past.
Yeah.
Also, they changed Jet's story in a different way. So you know how Jet realizes that his partner was the one who betrayed him, and that's why he doesn't want to regrow the arm, so that will always remind him of what happened. So Jet goes with his partner, and he's like, that damn dude, that corrupt cop shot me last time, and my arm has been like this the whole time. I'm going to go find him this time. And he gets shot again for the second time.
Yeah, the thing is, the characters are what created the show, right? Like, it's what created the
Yeah.
atmosphere, the whole characters, like the thing with them staying in the past and all. That the characters are what made us love the show. And
Yeah.
here, if you like totally change that up, like that's lost. I think
That's
the
lost.
essence
That's
of
completely
Cowboy
lost,
Bebop
yeah.
is
Lost, yeah.
gone. If the characters are gone.
And with Julia being a main character, it makes it even worse because that's supposed to be Spike's big tragedy, right?
Yeah.
It just seems like she was like, nah, I choose Vicious. Vicious right here. I choose him. So from the start, it's just like, really, is Spike like being this moody because his girlfriend broke up with him and dated someone else? Like, is that really why he's spending the rest of his life in
Yeah.
this depression? That doesn't make sense.
But why do you think the writers went away from the tragedy and tried to write
Eh,
something
okay.
more poppy? I would describe this as poppy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that one thing could be like maybe they thought this would be better to grab viewers, and I'm pretty sure it is, because this beat Red Notice and beat Tiger King on Netflix, which is a huge achievement for it.
Both are shit. So
Yeah, but it is still the most popular thing, right? Like
Yeah,
people were
that's true.
watching it like
Yeah.
crazy, and this became the main thing. So again, this is like freaking Squid Game. I'm glad it exists.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
doing a great job of pulling in people to stories that they might otherwise never see.
Yeah.
Like, I know I've said this before, but I know a lot of people who would never watch animated stuff because they think it's for kids. But then seeing Cowboy Bebop as a live action makes them see past that bias.
Yeah. And
So-
if that makes them check out the OG shit, that's
Yeah.
fucking amazing.
And,
right?
better, yeah.
and I understand some of the comments that came out from critics before it aired as well, which is like, why would I click on this instead of just going down a page and clicking on the actual Cowboy Bebop?
Yeah.
But for a lot of those people, they're not going to click on the actual Cowboy Bebop, or they might not even know that it exists.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
a lot of people.
This being on the top
This
of
is a gateway
Netflix
to
is
the
really
original
good.
one.
Yeah. No, even if it's not for the original one, like I'm starting to think about live actions as from a different perspective now, especially with
As a
this, because this
gateway into anime.
no, as just a way to get the same stories, but put it forward for people who are never going to watch the original stories.
But do you think, unfortunately, it's unfortunate if you think that, because is it that the original stories have you have to compromise to get people to get into it?
Yeah, but that's the
I
thing.
think,
It's
yeah,
not going
right.
to be a compromise if nobody's going to watch the original thing. They have
You
nothing to
can't really
compare it
account
against.
for everyone to enjoy animated stuff at the end of the day. So if you have a big audience out there that will enjoy live actions over animated, why not make a live action?
Yeah.
Seems a better way to get the story out there.
Yeah, here's the thing. I'm pretty sure Watanabe is stoked that people still know Cowboy Bebop, and more
of
people
course.
are watching
Yeah.
it.
It already
Especially
has,
after
a
it got
gigantic
cancelled, right?
following.
It got cancelled in the original run. So
Yeah, it did.
he
but
must be
after
over the
that, it
moon.
became after that, it became a classic. Cowboy Bebop is a fucking
Yeah,
classic.
but if from getting cancelled to becoming the top on Netflix while you're putting out a clearly
That's
inferior
true, yeah.
version is, as a creator, you feel better about things.
You do, yeah, and yeah, of course, it's gonna get people to watch the anime,
Yeah.
which is amazing. Yeah,
The only problem with anime adaptation, live action adaptations, that I think was what holds it back is the fact that anime watchers or manga readers really want it to be what they can enjoy as well. And I don't think live actions are ever
Yeah.
going to reach that aspect of it.
yeah, but I just
Because they
the
have
thing
that
is,
only that
I
comparison
don't
to
see
bounce
it
it
that
off of.
way. I don't want it to be like the anime or like the manga or something like that, right?
Yeah, but you want it to be like a true.
I
They
just
want it to be a
to-
fit right into the same universe of manga,
No,
anime, other movies.
If you're doing something in live action, if you're making something of film, right? So what the live actions that I usually don't like, what I saw for this also, is they try to imitate anime. If you're making a film, make it like a proper film. You don't have to try to imitate the anime.
You see
Make
that?
it a proper show.
Okay, honestly,
Make it more real.
the Death Note thing, I don't know who it was meant to attract, because that attracted
this-
nobody.
These exaggerated poppy, all these, you're trying to imitate the anime in live action. I don't think that works, but if you just make it like a film, you would make, just taking the story, I think that would work much better, right? Keep it straight, don't do all
Yeah,
these,
so that's what they've taken a lot of
funky
creative liberties with this. It's not like the anime, I would say. It's very different, but it still has. So while the tragedy of Cowboy Bebop's not there, it's
Yeah.
still a fun space adventure.
yeah,
So that way, a lot of people are definitely going to love it.
I love the Ghost in the Shell live action.
Yeah.
I like the
Yeah, and even though it was a little different from the film, story wise they did make differences, but the thing is they kept it live action, and
Yeah.
they didn't try to even though the Ghost in the Shell anime is kind of like a very serious tone thing, like Cowboy Bebop, and even the film they kept it serious, throughout, this serious / sad vibe.
Hmm.
So I did enjoy the film for that reason. But for Cowboy Bebop, it seemed like it was trying to be too dramatic, too exaggerated.
it's its
for
own
a live
story at the
action
end of the
film.
day. It's
like-
I don't think it's supposed to be anything like the original. It's not meant to. It's not made out to be like the original, obviously.
No, it doesn't have to be, but it's trying. It's for me, it
the
seemed
best
too
way I look at it is it's an
exaggerated,
alter timeline. That's it. It's
Mm.
like
I
different
just see that
characters.
the fight scenes are a little weird, yes, but
Yeah.
I think you would have been able to. I think you would have been
Seems
able
like
to
those-
look past that if you watched
Yeah.
less, more than 2 minutes of it, and not
seemed
less than 2 minutes.
It seemed like it's one of those Golmaal movies or something.
My God.
That's the vibe
Fight
I
scenes
got
are a
from
bit
watching
stupid.
it, dude.
There's even a part where Faye Valentine was shot in the shoulder, and she just brushes it off like, "Yep,
You
I
could
got
have
shot.
made the
Fuck it,
fight
I'll just
scenes
walk it off."
realistic, and that would work really well, right?
They could have,
but
but
then I'm
then
seeing it in that form.
well, this is what we're kind of stuck with at the end of the day. So
Hmm.
again, if not for the
Yeah, but-
fight scenes and the certain
Hey, okay, wait, one
character
sec.
changes
To be
that were
fair,
made.
the OG Cowboy Bebop had the fight scenes were more gunfighting than literal fist to fist
There is a
fighting.
lot of fist fighting also.
Yeah, but the gunfighting was the majority of it, which they do decently in this one.
The choreography was done pretty well in the anime,
Yeah.
and the film also. The film is legendary.
Mike involves himself
animated
in
film.
a lot of
Yeah, the
I
animated
wouldn't
film.
say martial arts, but he has his own style of fighting, so to speak. He even says, right, he pulls out the fucking Bruce Lee line, and I
Yeah.
like to be like water. I just flow around everyone rather than push myself.
Yeah, but
Learn their way
also
against
they
them.
had
As
stunt
they call
doubles
it.
for everything, so it was probably harder for them to keep everything smooth. because you want to show their faces at the same time you can't show their faces.
Yeah, it is of course harder, but there,
Remember the
there are lots
TV
of good
episode, like the
action
TV
scenes
cult?
coming out.
TV cult?
There are lots of there are lots of good there's lots of good action movies coming out. There are lots of good stunt actors over there and stuff, martial artists who are good actors,
Yeah,
right?
but okay,
Scott
I
Adkins
think
and
it's
stuff.
like let's put ourselves in the shoes of the people who made this. Like they have a budget. Do you spend it on making all the sets look Cowboy Bebop like, or do you spend extra on the action scenes? If they had to make a compromise, which I am assuming is what they had to do, because nobody wants to put out badly choreographed fights, right?
Yeah, but if you see
I'm just
something
wondering.
like Netflix has done, compare it to something like, suppose, how about the early Netflix originals like Jessica Jones, Daredevil, Luke Cage, right?
Yeah, but those are
That
only
was-
about the action.
Yeah, but like, see, that was like, Luke Cage wasn't only about the action.
Luke Cage was a lot about the action.
No.
Luke Cage was mostly
At least
about the action.
what I
Luke
watched
Cage
was
had a
just
scene
about
where
the
he was literally
action.
walking through a fucking
Yeah,
wall.
but there are fight scenes. But I'm saying, I am talking about the fight scenes anyways when I'm comparing it. So the fight scenes over there didn't seem like imitating like anime, these
No.
exaggerated poppy this thing, right? Like the way Daredevil was fighting, like in the corridor and stuff, it still seemed realistic. Like he's actually
But I think for the
getting hit.
most
Yeah,
part,
it's
they
not
are
like
these.
Golmaal type people are levitating and like like one punch.
Okay,
is
that
like it's not
all
like
that doesn't
poppy like
happen.
that.
It's not that bad in Cowboy Bebop, but it's
thing
also
is with,
like a lot of
like,
VFX to be used. I think that
yeah.
blew their budget wide open, like completely destroyed their budget.
Also, when you
What?
watch like
What
Marvel
destroyed the
shows,
budget?
I think you intend on seeing a bit of action every now and then because that's kind of the way they display most of their characters. They can't really go about giving only dialogue to many characters out there. It'll be like really boring for the audience that they try to present the show to. Whereas here, anyways, we have a lot more character depth with these four people. So yeah, it was lacking in fights, but I think that the other parts sort of covered for it. It was a slightly enjoyable show.
Yeah, and I was saying the VFX must have destroyed the budget, because if you see any shot,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So the places look like Earth, where they actually are looks like Earth with additional things around it. But there's always something in the sky. They've always added something in the sky, which they've either made a model, they've like the keyframed it out as
There
people
was
walk by and all that.
There were like
lot
tons
of
of shots. Yeah,
yeah.
there was
So-
like the space bridge there was like a space bridge shot. Then
Yeah.
there was a shot of the
Dude, even the
I think
people
the Bebop
becoming
coming
trees.
down on a
Even
planet.
the Bebop,
Oh yeah,
I saw that.
Yeah, even the
tree one was
Bebop,
actually
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
tree
there's
one
only
was
one
actually
shot in the tree one which I
most-
was like, okay, that looks a little fake, but otherwise it was really damn good. The VFX was pretty freaking good.
How was the swordfish? Did we see
Swordfish
the
swordfish looked
Yeah.
nice. All the ships looked really
All the
nice.
ships look good, yeah.
The general environment looked very, very nice in comparison to everything else.
Holy shit, I thought Audi was holding a fork for some reason.
Oh,
It's a back scratcher. Yeah, anyway.
Yeah, I think
infamous.
effects wise, even the set design and all, they killed it. Right?
Yeah,
They got the
costume,
whole
set design,
environment down.
everything looked good. They even show. So someone was discussing this like as a like joking way, not a serious thing. But they showed a few seconds of Spike's wardrobe where he has like 3 of the same suit and 3 of another suit, and then people were like, "That's not true. He has only one suit." And in the anime, he bears his suit while it's still drying because he doesn't have another pair of
Yeah,
clothes.
yeah.
He's too poor for that shit. And they have the bell peppers and beef scene where they're like, "Oh, there is no
I
beef."
did see that scene in the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there are good things. This is one of the better live actions we've seen for sure.
Okay. Yeah. That's
it is
good.
better
yeah.
in quality. You should at least try for one episode.
Although
Look
I
past the
hope
fighting.
to God season 2 doesn't have Daniela Pineda acting like a kid. That's all I ask for.
It's going to. They already made the character
Like,
decision. You
oh my
can't go
God,
away
make
from
her mature, dude. Give her some of the trauma she actually feels and she matures or some shit, because I cannot handle. It just seems
Give us some
sad.
drama, please.
It just seems really sad. Like, are you really going to take this character who's supposed to be like self-empowered, does a lot of cool shit, joins begrudgingly, and then becomes friends with them over time, and then she's like, "Hey, dickwad!" I'm like, "Oh God, shut the fuck up! I'm done with you." And the word "dick."
They're friends by episode 4, by the way. They're like proper friends.
Yeah, they're real close very quickly.
Yeah.
That didn't happen.
Fourth
till the
episode,
end.
like right after the whole scene where the ship, where she tries to fend off the missile, the eco-terrorist missile, She just falls off the ship, and they're like, "Yeah, Ayn found you. We put you in Bebop. Welcome to the Bebop. You are now here. Good luck. We are now friends."
Yeah, they become friends way too quickly. That's true.
Shit, you boys like it, right? You're
Yeah.
gonna keep watching.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
That's
okay.
it.
Yeah, I mean,
Surprisingly.
again, there are problems. I'm not going to say it's perfect.
Yeah, but
The amount of shit that it
what do you
got
expect,
over
like,
Twitter.
You expected shit when you went in, right, bro?
I expected. I thought it was going to be terrible.
Yeah.
My
Twitter
expectations were
threw
blown.
A fucking tantrum
Yeah.
over it. It was like, yeah, the show is actual dog shit. No, why the fuck should we actually spend our time? But then it has its highs, it has its lows. It's not a terrible show at the end of the day. I will say that much. There are shows
That's
that have done
nice.
much worse, like Death Note.
That's it. That's it, I guess. Weeb101.
No, we have Komi. Remember?
Oh yeah, Audi has Komi. Audi has been watching Komi.
Also, one sec before that, they apparently have a queer twist for Faye.
Huh?
And I don't know what it's about, but that is just one point that I noted down. So I'm okay with that.
How does Faye's storyline end?
Faye's storyline, I'm not sure how it ends here, but she does find a little bit of a past. I don't know about Singapore. I don't think she does, but I haven't seen it. I haven't seen too much about it. But they watch a video. They have like an episode where they bond and they're watching one of Faye's childhood videos, and she's like crying while looking at it, and Jet is like laughing at the video, and then he turns back and Faye's like.
I see.
Yeah,
so there will be a season 2 then. They probably want to end those storylines on a similar
note. Honestly, what were they thinking trying to fit this much content into one season? I just think they could have spaced it out a bit more. Like they could have introduced the characters in the first 5 episodes, had the other episodes as like a few, starting this thing.
Shit,
Wait,
and then in season 2.
Is it still like the anime, like the sessions are like individual stories, or is it like a flow?
No, there's a flow.
There is a flow.
Okay.
But that's okay, I think, because the Watanabe didn't want a consistent story till the end, right? He just put the story to end it nicely.
Yeah.
While here they know that you're going to watch it continuously and it's going to go on, so I think that's okay.
Like even the first missions do have a lot of its own unique characters. There's like the eco terrorists. There is the eco terrorist. There is the red eye guy. Then there is the penguin. They have their own unique.
Oh yeah, I did see the red eye. Remember in the first episode, he comes
Oh my
back to
God.
me. He goes to that like Mexican looking like bar.
Yeah.
Basically, and he fights.
That's why they introduced the syndicate there as well.
It all comes back.
Yes.
I was awake during that.
So you did see more than one fight. Thank goodness. But it has a lot of recurring secondary characters as well. The club and all that. The bar, I don't remember. Like Anna was one of them.
They did a good job with a lot of different things.
Nice.
But yeah, okay. Also, Vicious was an annoying piece of shit. I didn't like him.
Yeah, I didn't like him.
He was just too annoying. Something about his face made me want to punch him.
I see.
Like, no offense to the
He's
actor,
very
but
annoyingly pissed off at every point in the show.
You know what? Now that I look at him, he looks like Lucius Malfoy.
Oh my god, yeah. Holy shit, yeah.
He looks like
very pissed off. But Lucius Malfoy was still very different in that regard. He wasn't very angry. He was just like.
I think Lucius Malfoy would have made a better Vicious than this dude.
Probably. Lucius Malfoy has an eternal bitch face about him, but then he's just like Vicious is just like mad at everything.
Except and Julia, because he's abusive apparently.
But yeah, Olsen13 on Reddit says, "Shout out, please, to my friend Lesko Brandon."
Okay, I'm not saying
Brandon,
that.
Shout out, yes.
Oh my god, Ardy. You don't.
Oh, I see.
You got baited like shit. Oh my god.
Hey, I don't keep up with fucking US politics. I just remembered right now. Goddamn.
Yes.
Fucking.
Ardy.
Yeah. Anyway, Ardy, we shall move on to Tammy.
Audi has been watching Komi. See, we still watch anime. Weeb101. Haha, we talk about it. Audi, what do you have to say?
Did you watch at least more than one episode?
I didn't watch.
Komi, I haven't even started Komi.
I see.
I'm going to check it out, but I haven't done it yet.
Hmm.
I'm watching
Like
something
how
else
she
right
gets
now.
anxiety about talking about it. I'm similar, getting the same anxiety. I don't know what the fuck do I start off with. But then,
Well,
uh, well, we all talked about Komi the last time. She's an anxiety-ridden student, and she basically suffers from such severe anxiety, social anxiety, that she can't talk to anyone around her. She can't even mutter a single word without literally shaking and collapsing in on herself. And in her school life, she comes across a person named Hito Tadano, who who's a very average person in
wait, what's
comparison.
his name?
Hito Tadano. Why?
Sita. It's like
You found some weird
Person.
Japanese meaning for it, didn't you?
Hito is like person,
Yeah.
right?
I
And
see.
Tadano, so the Tadano Hito means ordinary person.
Okay. Yeah,
So
he basically
Hito
plays out to
Tadano,
be a very
yeah.
average person
I
throughout.
see.
There are no special traits about him. In literally everything that happens throughout the episodes,
Except
he
that
just comes
Komi
out to be
talks
the
to him, like
except
kinda
that
talks
Komi
to
talks
him.
to him. Yeah.
I
But then,
see.
other than that, like any exam that goes on, any competition that goes on, he just comes out in the middle. He just like there. So in the second episode, they basically kind of make it a goal that Komi has to have 100 friends by the end of the school years, or three school years that they're going to be in. And
Shit, that's a
Random
fuck load
Otaku has
of
to go in 3 minutes.
Basically.
Already wrap this up quickly. We can't let Random Otaku miss
Okay.
this.
And so far, there are like 6 episodes outside, and right now, she has gotten 2 more friends. But the weird part is, those 2 friends are very interesting to say the least.
Talk
One of
about this
them,
image, Adi, which is on stream. It looks like a very cute image where she's desperately trying to talk to people.
yeah, she's basically trying to speak to Tadano and try to like say thank you for being a friend or some shit.
I
But
see.
basically, she tries to like repay the favor every single time. But every single time she tries to speak, she just collapses again. So she's like trying every single damn time. But then here she, I think, manages to get out one single word, which is like a milestone for her. And he's like, "Yes, thank you. You make me proud." And that's it.
And is
What
this
about
one
the
of her
two
friends?
Huh?
Oh yeah, you were saying something about the 2 friends, right?
Yeah. So she makes three new friends, but then like one friend is like the person who's like the most sociable person in the whole class.
Look,
She's like the
look at the stream. Is this one of her friends? Is that the photo you've given of the
the
short
pink hair.
haired? Short haired. Is
The
that
pink
pink?
hair, yeah.
That looks like purple to me. I don't know.
Purple, yeah, purplish pink.
Yeah.
Uh,
Lilac.
Lilac, yes.
I don't know.
But
I don't know
yes,
what lilac is supposed to be. I'm too
Oh
unput
wait,
for that.
that
the
color.
Tadano
image
has
you're
like 5
showing where
million friends, right?
she has a pink shirt on. That's a scene where she has this thing. She gets a new phone.
Oh,
She basically couldn't talk ever, so she never had the need for a phone. So she never had any need
makes
to
sense.
contact her parents or talk to anyone, quite literally. So
Makes sense.
and at this point, everyone has like smartphones and shit. So she just bought like a basic flip phone where she could keep like very special contacts and shit like that. And the whole idea was that with this flip phone, she would add in the 100 friends contacts every single day that goes on. And the purple haired girl, Najimi, she's the most sociable person around. She knows literally everyone inside the school because everyone is a childhood friend, basically.
I see.
She goes around literally talking to everyone, and she's like, "Okay, I know everyone. I will make everyone your friend. How about that?" And Komi obviously collapses on the idea, but that's kind of the premise for the whole show.
Yes.
And
Who's this green haired person who's like, I'm being watched by my classmate Komi-san? With Komi looking like what seems like a witch's room with the cauldron bubbling in the background.
So that's Agari,
Something.
Agari Mitsuri. Agari. She's known as Agari in class, but she also has a lot of nervousness. She hates talking to people and stuff. But she's not as bad as Komi. Like Komi, she always sees Komi out of the corner of her eye, and she sees her just staring at her like, I want to be your friend or some shit. But she
I
doesn't
see.
realize that. And Komi basically feels a very close relation to her because she realized that there is someone else who can't talk in the crowd. So fuck it, she needs to be my first friend. And
Works.
in the process, she does become her friend. But the odd part is Agari treats herself like she's a dog of Komi. So Komi attains God status in the whole class. She literally attains God status where the class
Why?
has to elect class president. and everyone is like, okay, we shall add 20 more titles, and at the end of it is God, basically, and that God title goes to Komi, and then class president is given to Tadano because he's average at the end of the day.
Wow.
Because no one else wants to do it. Everyone else wanted Komi to do it, and like, no, she gets the title of God. Like, fuck it. And even the teacher, surprisingly, like, okay, Komi got the title of God. Who wants to be class president now? Okay, Tadano, you. And
And okay, I'm sorry, but this
Ranamataku saying menacing.
basically,
it is a reference. It is like, look, it's the go. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is exactly. Oh, by
She
the
does
way,
that a lot.
Picture is a JoJo reference.
my God.
It actually is. Like,
Yeah, it is.
not. It actually is.
I
the
can see
next
it.
image has Tadano all tied up. Buddy, is this just your BDSM fantasies coming out?
No, that's
Or
the
they
third
can-
friend. That's the third friend that comes up. She
Hey,
is supposed
Strider
to
is
be-
here and says, "Tell Miggy not to feed in lane with Ogre. Miggy's just a born feeder. I can't help you over there. He feeds in every game, dude. He feeds in games when we play with us also." Yeah, buddy, explain. Why do you have person
So
tied up?
I forgot her name, but she's the third friend of Komi. But basically, what happens is,
Those look like pictures of Komi behind her.
yes, so she is like a stalker character. She basically reveres Komi to like another godly level, to the point where she just wants to stand next to her and
And she hates
kind of, like,
Tadano because he's
be in
close
within
to her.
like breathing distance or some shit. And yeah, she hates the fact that Tadano is close to her. And basically, the episode starts off with Tadano being the normal person that is. My name is Hito Tadano. Today I'm going to go to class and talk to Ko. It stops there, and she gets kidnapped immediately,
My
and then
God.
switches to this person
My God.
instead.
I see.
Throughout the whole episode, he's not there ever. Because he was kidnapped and kept inside the cupboard.
Okay, and what the hell is this
And
image?
eventually, what happens is Komi goes to the house, and she realizes that this girl reveres her a lot. But then Komi is like, no, I make my own friends. Bye, and then sort of leaves the house. And eventually, this girl comes back, apologizes to her, and then is like, okay, cool, we shall be friends again.
Wow.
Odi, so you are enjoying this show.
I am enjoying the
Liking
show.
it.
There was a scene in this show where I told about this earlier. She wants to write a message out saying that I want to make my own friends, but she can't really find a place to write. She's just holding the book, looking around very frantically, like fuck, I need a place. Then she just gives up and falls on the ground and writes it instead. That shit has happened to me before, and when I saw her, like, okay, you know what? They got
I
the
see.
small details right. I will give them that much.
Could relate to a
Could
lot.
relate. Could very well relate.
Yes.
Why is she saying she wants to go to a ramen shop?
Well,
yeah.
that is our dream too, right? We can.
There's a
relate
fucking
to-
difference though.
So the whole idea
We don't
of a
live
ramen
there
shop
and
is
want to
that
go to
you
a
have to
ramen
give-
shop. We can't go.
So the whole idea of a ramen shop is that she has to give her order over there, but she can't
Yeah.
talk again.
Hey, but
So-
wait, hold on a second.
have
Hold on a
the-
second. Yeah, you have a
Yeah.
machine that does the whole thing.
No, so there is a machine. There is a machine where you can select a base dish, but she has to go into like the front desk and be like, okay, what top? And the guy, even the chef, is like, what toppings do you want? And Komi doesn't say jack shit, but if the chef's first rule is that silence is golden. No one should say anything inside the restaurant. He just looks at her and then looks back like, we're done. I figured out the ingredients. Okay. And then gives them all the same fucking ingredients, same toppings. And they just have like this weird silent conversation happening, and everyone just understands her automatically. There is even
Makes
an
sense.
image before that shows her mom. So her family also gets introduced in the whole process, and her family is like the exact opposite of Komi itself. Her family is like the most sociable people ever. They're ready to welcome anyone. They're
Why
ready to
does her
talk to
mom
anyone.
look the same as her, basically, like in age? They both look
Yeah,
like
so
they're the same
she-
age.
Yeah, they literally look the
Japan.
same age.
That's Japan for you.
My
basically.
God. What is you know that Korean grandmother who looked like she
Like
was
50 years old. Yeah.
she was like some really old, and she looked like she was like teens apparently.
Yep.
Like, what the fuck is up with these countries, dude? Why can't Indian people also have like younger looking
Yeah,
faces?
right.
Like, look at
Nope,
this shit.
not happening.
We look like we're like 60 or something.
Yeah.
Basically.
Anyways, yeah.
Did I give another image after that? The ramen one?
No, after the ramen one is the last one.
9K
Yeah, that's it.
says, isn't Komi's father like Komi? His mom is sociable.
His mom is sociable.
Isn't
But
the
his
father
Yeah,
like?
it is. I don't remember that. I haven't read the manga. Probably does show up
Mhm.
there, but I've only watched the anime so far. It's really good
See, it's a
animation. So I recommend
contrast.
you do watch it.
The daughter is antisocial, and Tadano becomes social with her. They both have a kid, and then the kid, the male kid, becomes antisocial, and then again the cycle continues. Basically,
Basically,
Yes.
the curse just
Antisocial
carries on.
generations. But yeah.
Audi loves this a lot. Yes, I
Audi loves
enjoyed
it.
the
So
first
much
episode
relatable
quite a bit. Yes.
You guys will also have fun. Like 5
mhm.
episodes out. I think 6 episodes are out right now.
Is it like comedy or like slice of
It's
life or
it's
both?
slice of life comedy. It's like if you
Ah.
can understand the anxiety shit that happens throughout the whole show, you will enjoy it.
I think
It
even
has
if you
like
don't
its-
understand it, you'll just laugh at it, and that makes it okay.
Pretty much, yeah.
Nice.
That way you'll just be a
yes.
dick, but yeah, whatever.
I'ma check it
You know,
out.
it's not like somebody's actually having a problem
Hey,
with
Audi,
it,
we are
right?
not laughing
I
at
know.
you.
My
Yeah, we're
God.
not laughing at you. Adano,
then.
Komi, whatever, Bigster you are.
Hmm.
But yeah.
Then
Yes.
we are done. No
Yes,
more
we are
stuff?
done. That's it for this episode of Weeb101. Okay, if you clap, like they can't hear you. My noise reduction takes it out.
I didn't
Yes,
clap
yes.
at all. I just like
Oh, okay.
But
my
that's it
old
for
claps.
Weeb
Remember?
101. We may be back this week or next week with Arcane, and we'll have
League of
another
Legends
as usual.
Arcane, yes, if you would
Yes.
like to
Okay,
see
I have
that.
to watch that shit. How
Yeah.
many episodes are there on Arcane?
9.
9.
And how long is each episode?
It's big, like 40 something.
They spent around how many years doing this? 6 years,
6
right?
years.
Oh, it's so fucking beautiful.
We'll save it for that podcast, I guess. But yeah, guys,
And
we'll be
also-
doing Arcane soon. You should join us for that.
No one is probably listening, but I'm watching Heike Monogatari by Science Saru, and it's fucking amazing. And
Oh
that's
my
it.
god, are you guys like happy? Control NK, are you happy since finally watching it? You've been like,
It's
everyone's been
Science
telling you to
Saru.
watch it for like so long.
What?
Monogatari.
No, not that one. Heike Monogatari, the clan, remember I was talking about it, the show by Science Saru. That one. Not Bake Monogatari and all that. That stuff I take my time.
Control
with
NK
it,
is
so
a
that
different
Heike
Monogatari. Oh, sorry.
it's a
I
different
got your
Monogatari,
hopes up.
bro.
Oops.
Yeah, it's a different Monogatari.
Wait, did we cover this? Is this?
Yes, I fanboyed about it, right? Saying it's like a war between two Japanese clans. The Bebop players used to tell it. Science Haru is making this thing
Oh
on
yeah,
it.
Oh, yeah.
I remember this.
Holy shit! I think did we do a big if true about it?
Yes, we did a big if true.
Let's see.
Fucking. Oh, Yu Young Choi is killing it.
Yeah. Yeah, but if you guys want to watch Arcane and join in on the discussion tomorrow or next week,
Yeah.
you can definitely do that. Yeah, we'll put it up on our Discord as a reminder sometime if you remember.
And then let's see. We'll let you know what we're doing next week
Yeah.
for Weeb 101, and see you.
We shall see you
the Adda.
soon in the Adda
Adda.
in a couple of days, like 3
Nice.
days or something.
I don't know since when you've been doing that, but nice. See you.
But yeah,
fucking
that's
goddamn.
it, guys. Bye bye.
That's
I'm
it.
oddly
Bye.
impressed by that shit.
Oh my god, Audi is like.